Greetings and blessings, dear friends in the Spirit 111. It's Eddie Luisi. I want to start with a little paragraph from Kent Nurburn, Small Graces, Daily Practice, Sacred Reading and Meditation from One Spirit. The world contains many paths, some exalted, some mundane. It is not our task to judge the worthiness of our path. It is our task to walk our path with worthiness. We must learn to trust the small light we are given and to value the light that we can shed into the lives of those around us. So I am calling this talk today, No One Fights Alone, ... service to others. So I took the No One Fights Alone from dear family, the Kinnear family. And yesterday, there was a fundraiser. Team Terry fundraiser at the Haverstraw Elks Club. And I was there with my family. And Terry Kinnear has pancreatic cancer. That is why today I'm wearing purple. I'm not wearing my Friends in the Spirit shirt. So Terry, I am dedicating this talk meditation to you. So I know you're watching. You are going to be healed. It's the bottom line. Now, I'm not God, so I'm not saying what type of healing it is, but you are going to be healed. Some people get healed medically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But you know, something inside of you, you know you are going to be healed. So Friends in the Spirit 111, I'd like you to pray for Terry, for her healing, for all those out there that are hurting in many ways. God is healing you all. And it might not be in the way that you expect to be healed, but you will be healed. And it was really wonderful to see my niece and her family and all the wonderful people there at the fundraiser party. And they had T-shirts that said, "In this family, no one fights alone." In this family, the family of Friends in the Spirit 111, in the family of God, no one fights alone. And the other part of this talk is service to others. If we serve others, if we put others first, then no one fights alone, right? We could help people. So, Terry, God bless you, and I love you, and you're a beautiful family. You are not alone. And service to others. And even in what you're going through, you could still serve others too. So, don't forget to do that. I am going to read, this is from dailyword.com, Unity. Abundant life. I choose to create and experience abundant life. There is an adage that says, you are as old as you think you are. With my thoughts, I choose to maintain a youthful attitude and heart. My spirit is not defined by years or age. Divine life is limitless. It knows no lack of energy, inspiration, or health. Spirit as me is an expression of abundant life. I release any sense of limitations. My mind aligns with infinite potential to express love, joy, kindness, and service. With discernment, I choose activities that bring passion and purpose to my life. I may spend time in nature, join a team or club, or take a class for fun. If I am called to be of service to others, I explore opportunities with an open heart. Remember my website, Fences Coming Down. It's time to open your heart. I choose to create and experience abundant life. And from Proverbs 3, 1-2, my child, let your heart keep my commandments, for length of days and years of life and abundant welfare they will give you. Okay, from Pope John Paul II, Words to Live By. The truth that Christ reveals tells us that we must support one another and work together with others, despite cultural, social, or religious differences. It challenges us to be involved. It gives us the courage to see Christ in our neighbor and to serve them there. Now I'd like to read something from Science of Mind. And I'm going to share my week and a few people that I met during the week in different projects I'm working on in service to others. But I just want to read a few things here, and then I'll get a little bit more personal. Here to serve. We got a theme working here, huh? From Mahatma Gandhi. That's how you say it? I know it's Gandhi. Gandhi's easy. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. How good is that, folks? And from Science of Mind, page 436. The temple of truth is approached by the pure in heart and entered by those who serve but one master, which is truth. Living a purpose is not about you. It is about God, or whatever you choose to call the higher power. It is about serving God by serving humanity. That's it. There really is nothing more to it than that. But that's huge. As my dear friend Robert would say, huge. Jesus said, "But who is greatest among you? Let him be your servant. If you want to be great, serve. Share your gifts and talents with the world." Whenever you find yourself with nothing to do or are feeling a little down, find a way to serve. Here's the thing. There is something within most of us, if not all of us, that has an urge to serve. This is the reason for your purpose, to serve. However, you don't have to wait to find out what your purpose is in order to serve. Find a way to be of service somewhere. You can serve in your center, church, somewhere in your neighborhood. There are many places where you can share your gifts and talents. In fact, serving can be a great way to discover what your purpose might be. As Gandhi said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Be great, go out and serve. And the affirmation, I am the servant of God. I share my gifts and talents with the world with joy and gratitude. We've used those words a couple times. I love to be of service. So this is a no-brainer, huh? You've all heard this before, so I'm not giving you anything new, but yeah, helping others, right? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Love your neighbor as yourself, right? The two greatest commandments. And for Terry, you know, I know medically you might not be 100%, but you can still serve others. And I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're serving your family, your children, your grandchildren, and your husband, and your neighbors. So part of healing is forgetting about yourself. Part of sadness and depression is trying to forget about yourself and think about others and serving others and helping others. So this is from Daily Practice, Sacred Reading and Meditation, One Spirit. There's two quotes from 2 different days. The first one is from Tom Krause. Getting what you want is not nearly as important as giving what you have. And this one is from Leonard Nimoy. The miracle is this: the more we share, the more we have. Share your time, share your talent, share your treasures, and whatever you could do, you know? You don't have to be financially rich to share, right? Share a smile. share a hug, share just calling someone up and listening, right? The interesting about this also, yesterday I had a lunch meeting with Craig Tubiolo Siracusa. Craig, I hope I said your name right. He's the Director of Programming and Production at the Solace Media Group. He's the host of the TV show Walk in Fate at NET TV. So if you have Verizon, there's a channel there. And he also produces celebrity interviews for ET, Entertainment Tonight. We met through my cousin Linda, who's a senior director at the Solace Media Group, which is the Brooklyn Diocese, the Catholic channel, but they do a lot of faith-based programming there. And through Jonathan Graham, my dear friend at Master Media International, from Peggy Kim, Future Now, from Mark. So always connected, right? And my 4 M's are media, music, ministry, and mentoring. So through those 4 M's, I meet a lot of people. And Craig and I sat and we had a nice lunch and we shared about ministry, what we're doing, what we want to do. We talked about fences coming down, opening your heart. We talked about sharing our gifts and doing for others. The more we share, the more we have. Craig wants to share all his talents. He's doing documentary work and just a great guy. And his TV show, Walk in Faith, they might interview me. So we'll see. He wants to do a day in the life of ... Boy, could that be boring, huh? So Craig, God bless you. You are now a friend in the spirit. I saw that you joined on. We, us are going to do great things together. Friday, I met with Pastor Richard Smith and Joey DeCara of Heartbeat Media Group. And we had like an hour conversation about a project, a ministry. It's called the Hudson Valley Worship Project. So if you live in the Hudson Valley area and you're a church musician, minister, worship pastor, worship leader, and you want to get involved, Father Richard Smith is the man to contact. And I'm going to tag him. I'll tag Joey. I'll tag Craig. I'll tag Terry. I'll tag a few people so we could all connect with each other and see how we could help each other. But he basically started with a song that he wrote and did a recording last week, and we were getting together to discuss how to do a music video. But Joey was giving his wisdom and saying, well, what's the thoughts about the Hudson Valley Worship Project? And we should brand that, and we should maybe do a documentary of all the different worship leaders and music ministers getting together and worshiping together, writing together, doing work together. And eventually Pastor Richard would love to have a yearly weekend retreat conference at the Stony Point Center, which is right down the block. So great things are happening. And I thank God that I'm involved in a lot of this and I could help people do this. So I want to read something from 3 Minutes a Day. This is about service. Big League Faith. Michael Fulmer has made it to the majors. That's baseball. This young pitcher earns over $500,000 a year playing for the Detroit Tigers, and he's won awards like American League Rookie of the Year in 2016. But he hasn't let that change him. Even though Fulmer is successful, he continues to volunteer with Wings, a Christian nonprofit dedicated to helping adults with developmental disabilities. Religion News Service reports that the 25-year-old pitcher has been helping the group since he was in high school. He was thrilled when 43 men and women served by Wings came out to see him play at a recent away game. He took time to pose for pictures and talk with them after the game. Fulmer keeps up with his faith by sharing it with his fellow baseball players. His aim, no matter how successful he is on the field, is to preach the Lord's name. Randy Webb, who has known Fulmer for years, said he trusts that God has a plan for him and will direct him in his path. He just goes back to his faith. He has a servant's heart. And interesting, I'm talking about baseball here. Two things. First of all, Craig, who I was chatting with the other day, I think he said last year or 2 years ago, did a big event at Citi Field. And it was a 6-hour event, and he had Christian and Catholic artists. He had concerts. He had confession. He had testimonies. He had like 1,000 people at the Citi Field. And he's thinking about having another event at Citi Field. So I might help him with that. So, and then Timmy Tebow, right? Tim Tebow, he's, football player and now baseball player. And he always says that God gave him this fame so he could do God's work. It's not about being a professional football player or baseball player, but that fame, that spotlight that he has can help him do his ministry and help people, right? With the Tim Tebow Foundation and Steve Biondo, his president. And I try to help them the way I can also. Also, my dear friend Robin Roberts. I mean, yeah, she's a celebrity on television, but she does so many wonderful things for so many different organizations and gives talks and speeches. And now all these different things that are close to her heart, these little mantras, are becoming segments on Good Morning America or her Facebook page or her production company, Rock and Robin Productions. So, besides your job, there's a lot of other things, right, that we're doing that people might not know of. This is a prayer that a little story that I just read this morning in 3 minutes a day. So I wanted to share this. Oh, and I want to go back to Terry. Terry, I'm wearing purple, right? So just to let you know, dear friends in the spirit, I have 2 binders. My old binder that has like tons and tons of stuff is blue. But then I have my purple binder, which is the weekly binder. This is the one where I do my message. So pancreatic cancer is purple. I wore purple. My family wore purple yesterday for Terry's fundraiser party. Here's the folder. I belong to something called the Wellness Universe. Check it out, the Wellness Universe. And their logo and their page is purple. So God is talking to you, Terry. God is talking to all you that need healing. Healing is coming for so many of you and your families and your friends. The Angel of AA. Most people know that Alcoholics Anonymous, the group dedicated to achieving and maintaining sobriety through spiritual discipline and support, was founded by Dr. Bob Smith and Bill Wilson, 1936. I didn't know those names. Few are aware of the Catholic nun who was known in her time as AA's angel. I didn't know this either. Sister Ignatia Gavin, born Bridget, was a sister of charity who knew from a young age that she wanted to work with alcoholics. In a time when alcoholics were routinely sent to mental asylums, she worked with Dr. Bob to have alcoholic patients admitted to the hospital. She developed treatment programs based on total abstinence and tough love. She saved my life, said one of the approximately 1,500 alcoholics Sister Ignatia cared for in her lifetime. I found God and sobriety through her. She loved me when there was nothing more about me to love. And when she was loved in return, as Patrick McNamara wrote about her at Alicia, when Sister Ignatia died in 1966, the sisters poured 6,000 cups of coffee at her wake. Pretty wild, huh? And from Psalm 91:11. There's 11:11 in there. He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Good stuff, huh? Now, on a sad human note, now we all believe in heaven and stuff, so when somebody passes, you know, it's a good thing for their soul, but a sad thing for us humans. So I got this message from our dear friend in spirit, Beth Deacon. We lost a wonderful teacher this evening. Marty taught history at the Keokuk High School. He had a heart attack. He had taught for the district for many years. Prayers for his family and the Keokuk school community. So God bless you all who lost Marty. God bless your soul, Marty, and the family and friends that you left behind. So I want to end with the Christophers, a prayer of thanksgiving for the grace of God, and the prayer of the Christophers. I used to be part of the Christophers. I directed their TV shows. Lord, thank you for bringing grace into my life. Thank you for the... Just want to let you know, my screen, Beth Deacon just came down, gave like a little heart with our blessing and prayer community. And I just mentioned her and the Keokuk family. So that's a God wink, right? And this is recording, this isn't live. So I just recorded it and I just got a live message. So Beth, Keokuk family, God bless you all, love you all. Lord, thank you for bringing grace into my life. Thank you for being present throughout the trials that I face, guiding my thoughts, calming my heart, and dwelling within my soul. You know my innermost thoughts, my strengths, my weaknesses, and the goals that I strive towards each and every day. It is only with your grace that I can discover my talents and utilize them to bring good into the world. Please continue to bless me with the outpouring of your love. As I face challenges, help me to strengthen my own character and grow in understanding of the suffering of others, so that I may gain wisdom and compassion. May your grace always illumine my heart and shine through me in service to all your children. Take a screenshot if you want. Prayer of the Christophers, attributed to St. Francis of Assisi. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. It is dying that we are born to eternal life. So, dear friends in the Spirit 111, I hope you enjoyed this message. Oh, okay, I'm putting this at the end. I probably should have put it at the beginning. You probably noticed that I always did weekly weekend message, and then the subject. We'll change it. Starting today, I'm going to change it to Cue the Spirit, and then the subject. And then when I send it out, a lot of times I would send it out and I would just write morning message. When I send out the Facebook post or the email posts, I'm going to call that the weekly weekend message. But the actual subject of this talk now is Cue the Spirit. And why is Cue the Spirit? Well, my wife and I, Elizabeth Louisi, are going to write a book together. And we're going to call it Cue the Spirit. I've been a stage manager for Good Morning America for over 30 years. A lot of you see my Eddie Louisi posts and pictures of all the different people that I met through my life. And several of you said I should write a book. And personally, I don't want to just write a book about me and TV and all the people I met. But, you know, I do a lot of spiritual things. Friends in the Spirit, Fences Coming Down, Jamming with Jesus, Faith, Family, and Friends music. So a lot of things in my life are spiritual. And my wife said, well, as a stage manager, you cue people, 5, 4, 3, 2. She says, how about you write a book called Cue the Spirit? That my spirit at Good Morning America for 33 years, my spirit, my laughter, my life, my personality has touched people for 33 years. We're talking on-air talent, we're talking celebrities, we're talking crew members, we're talking audience. Anybody that has stepped through the doors of Good Morning America, somehow, in some little way, my spirit has touched them. And we don't want it to just be about me, this book. We want this book to be about how you could cue your spirit. And that's what I was saying in the beginning of this talk about service for others, that we're all family, we're all connected. So we're hoping to write this book to have some of you share your comments about how me personally, I've affected you and your spirit, how this community of Friends in a Spirit 111 has touched you. I developed a brand new Gmail account. It's called Cue the Spirit, CUE the spirit at gmail.com. So if I have touched you in any way, or Friends in a Spirit has touched you in any way, please send an email about that and give us your name and your title, and we're going to read through a lot, and a lot of your thoughts will help us write this book. And if we love something that you wrote and we want to include in the book, we'll let you know. We'll do that. But it's about how you could cue your spirit also by sharing your love, sharing your kindness, sharing a smile, sharing your service to others, being a friend. So don't forget to share your faith with family and friends and cue the spirit.